still not on a par with the factory Ducati.
Yeah, it's climbing away the top of Mugello through the Albetti chicane, the fast change of direction, but when he needed to be right on top of it, he wasn't across the line. There was over a third of a second in between them. He's still looking overhead on our leading pair, both with 1.64 as quickest of that trio of the leading four riders was Bastianini, fastest of the top three, and shape quicker than Marc Marquez. When we're talking hundreds rather than second rather than thousands. Still 1.5 seconds covers our top four. 8 laps to go. Still plenty can change in this top four. Many of them doing out any late time troubles. They haven't got much margin to play with. Marc Marquez once again all over the back of Bastianini. How quickly does the frustration and the patience run out for Marc Marquez?
So this Italian Grand Prix is simmering to the boil. It's been a bit static, it's been a bit full of a leader for a good number of laps now. The top four are just cold station. Bagnaia, Martin, Bastianini, Marquez. 1.5 seconds covers the lead quartet. As I mentioned, there was a very low lead coming for Costa, who just has not been able to maintain the early hot pace he was demonstrating. As Marc Marquez once again hones in on the rear tyre of Bastianini. We know that time management on the factory Ducati has been brilliant by Marquez of late. He has come on really strong in the last 4 or 5 laps. The problem is though, how does he get through on the beast? He's so good on the brakes and pretty adept at tyre conservation himself, isn't he, Anaya?
Yeah, so watch this 23 just get slightly further and further away from us. This looks like the closest Marquez has been for quite some time as they cross the line. The gap between them is just a tenth of a second, but you just can't get close enough by the time they reach the braking zone for Standard Auto to make a move on. And they have Bastianini, the other Gosini Ducati ridden by Alex Marquez, has just lost the place on that lap. Fabio Di Gianantonio, who's still hopping in the 46s and doing another very solid job indeed. He's now up into 8th place.
The best thing he did get over a couple of laps ago, as we suspected he would do for 40. So at the moment, the 2 factory Yamahas down in 15th and 16th. A weekend that promised so much. Quite a while with wins were fast out the gate on Friday, benefiting from some data gathered in a 2-day private test that the Japanese brands undertook here in Mugello. As the weekend has gone, the field has inevitably played catch-up. The Yamahas have gone backwards, unfortunately. The line of Quattararo, well outside the 40, that's 2.5 seconds behind. Alex Rins, a rare full Grand Prix potential over this is Fabio Quattararo without an incident, without a problem or a crash, finish outside the points.
Yeah, not a weekend that I guess he thought he was going to have, as you say, given how well Yamaha started the weekend. They are taking steps in the right direction. It certainly feels like that, although I guess a sobering reminder this afternoon of just how far they've got to catch up, particularly when you look at the strength of this quartet of Ducatis at the front of the field, one of which of course is last year's championship winning machine, the machine that we're currently looking at now with Marc Marquez, as he really does close up to the back of here, Bastianini up to field Venti, but once again must be so frustrating for Marc Marquez. He's just not close enough where he needs to be.
This is basically the creme de la creme of MotoGP right now, isn't it? The creme de la creme of Ducati, that's for sure. Bagnaia locked and loaded on a 2-year contract signed pre-season, so there was no distraction for him to go for the hat-trick of world titles. It's Martin, Bastianini and Marquez who are all still, if they get any shouts about factory singers, now coming from a long way back comes Marquez. It has to be the block back, doesn't it? He will now block Bastianini on the exit. There's nothing the Italian can do in response, so the late charge then, the late Marquez onslaught is engaged, it's underway. Marquez on the podium place for the first time in this Italian Grand Prix. 6 to go.
If Marc Marquez still thinks he can do something about Martin and dare I say Bagnaia up ahead of him, he couldn't wait any longer than that, because Martin is now over a second ahead of his battle for third that we're watching. Came from quite a long way back. Bastianini was rather polite to Marc Marquez there, didn't want to dare turn in and have his second San Donato collision with a Ducati in the space of 24 hours. So Bastianini, rather than being the rider on the attack later in the Grand Prix, actually dropping a place and falling out of the podium positions.
So now, having finally got through on Bastianini, what can Marquez do? The starter of this lap 18, he was 1.7 seconds behind race leader Bagnaia. As you know he would be though, and Bastianini is trying to retaliate immediately here. He desperately wants that home podium. Clinging on, you feel by his fingernails to that factory Ducati seat. It does look like in the game of the Ducati musical chair for 2025. The rider left standing without a seat will be an Bastianini, not lacking options, so KTM and Aprilia keeping very close tabs on his situation in 2025.